Hello everyone, welcome to Just Invest Today. And today we have a good video for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about GameStop. GameStop versus the hedge funds. And guys, that's what it basically is right now. The retail investors are fighting against the establishment. And we have to recognize this. This is a bigger war at play right now. You got to remember that this is causing a huge fuss in Wall Street, in the media. And you think the SEC is just going to let this go unscathed? This is going to have repercussions, guys, and we got to think about the bigger picture. We already know that hedge funds have been doing this stuff for years and getting away with it. From the 2008, the recession, the housing market, so many people were backhanding the system. It didn't matter. They still got bailed out. And then the little guys, the bag holders, us, had to recover from that. And even the dot-com bubble, people still didn't complain. There's chat rooms and all that type of stuff. And now, since the little guys are winning, there's going to be repercussions for this because you have to remember, guys, these politicians are getting paid by the hedge fund people. Janet Yellen, one of the Treasury secretaries, was actually got paid for public speaking gigs by actually Citadel. And she's the Treasury of Biden administration. So what do you think Citadel is going to do after this whole ruckus? They're going to try to give her policies and instructions and stuff like that. So guys, this is a bigger play to this. Elizabeth Warren has come out and said they're going to start restricting stuff probably too. We have to fight against what's happening. So we have to look at the bigger picture. Since the retail is winning, now they can actually force their hand. They're going to make big changes coming soon. That's how I feel. So when the little guys start winning and billionaires start losing, we have to remember and always remember that these billionaires are these billionaires are funding the politicians, the congresswomen, the congressmen that are making decisions on these policies when it comes to stocks and comes to all of these stuff. So what they might do, what if they start saying that, oh, the little guy can't get option training. They can't do options because we need to protect the little guy. And that's what they're starting to do. That's what they might start to do. We've already seen what the CEO of Robinhood said. He came out when Kumo was grilling him. What did he say? That we had these financial burdens, or we're getting financially hit and we can't go over. We're trying to protect the little guys. And Kumo grilled them and said, no, you're just trying to protect your clients. And that's exactly what the truth is. They're trying to protect their clients. They're not trying to help the little guys. And this is what's going to happen in the future. They're probably going to put in place some more requirements for retail investors to actually start trading. I think that might happen in the future. Because everyone is coming at the retail investors now. They're thinking it was an organized plan. Because think about it, guys. These hedge funds do this all the time. We have to remember when Bill Ackman was shorting Herbalife, and then Carl Icahn went against him. It's the exact same thing. One was shorting, Carl Icahn bought the shares and went against Bill Ackman, and Bill Ackman was complaining the whole time. This is what's happening right now. I think his name was Roaring Kitty, made a huge investment in GameStop with a good thesis on what's happening. So he bet against the shorters, exactly what happened with Bill Ackman. He bet against them. And he put his thesis out there, and people caught on and saw, oh, this is actually something viable. This is actually something good. And even Michael Burry, I think Roaring Kitty probably got the idea from Michael Burry, who actually bought the stock. He probably saw the same things that Roaring Kitty did. So these were hedge funds doing this for years behind the scenes, talking with their other hedge fund buddies and going against another hedge fund or shorting a stock too much so it can't recover. They were doing stuff like this. But now, since the retail investors are hitting back, we have the leverage now. We're seeing what's happening and what's going to happen in the future. Now the SEC wants to get involved. Now the media wants to talk about the retail investors. But when it came to the billionaires screwing up the system, they didn't care. Nothing happened. They didn't care. They bailed them out. They didn't give them any jail time. The people who got jail time during the crisis were the bottom people winning, not the billionaires, the hedge funds, all those people who did the bad stuff. Those were the people getting the jail time. So what does it has to do? Now we have to go back to what happened with this Robinhood scenario, because when we think about it, the Robinhood CEO was protecting its clients. And we got to think about it. Citadel bailed out Melvin, and Point72 helped bail out Melvin too. And you got to remember that Robinhood gives their bulk orders to Citadel, and Citadel actually is able to actually buy in front of the people who are buying from Robinhood. And that's how Robinhood is able to actually not give you any fees and not do any of that stuff, because they actually backhand that all to Citadel doing all this research. So Citadel is able to make micro investments before the little guy can. And you got to remember that Robinhood actually had to settle for this. They had paid a fine for this because they were doing that with Citadel. So what do you think happened in this case? Citadel did the exact same thing. They probably told the Robinhood CEO, you can't invest. You can't let these guys do this because we're helping out Melvin. And you got to remember, Point72, Cohen, the Mets owner who actually had insider trading, he actually got caught with insider trading, had to put a $1.8 billion fine, helped Melvin Capital in this. So we have someone that's already crooked helping Melvin Capital. So you don't think nothing crooked's going on right now? You think it's just all fine and dandy and the CEO coming out saying that we have financial obligations that we have to respond to the SEC? If that was the case, wouldn't Robinhood just tell the people, okay, in order to make a trade with GME, you have to have all your money. You can't just do margins. You can't leverage up. That would be the smart idea, but instead of they just screwed up everything, they stopped all the trading activity and said you only could sell, which dropped the price crazy. And that's what they did. Why didn't you just stop and just leverage don't let the people leverage, don't let like individuals leverage. You have to have the actual amount of cash so you can buy the shares. That would be the right thing to do in my mind, if you didn't want to have all the market risk that they were talking about. So you can see, guys, this is a bigger play in the picture. We got to look to what people are going to start doing and what the policymakers are going to start doing with the retail investors and what's going to go on in the future. Because remember, a good thing is that AOC, I think, is on the retail side of this. AOC is coming out and saying, why are you doing this, Robinhood? Wall Street has been doing this for years and no one complains, no one says anything. But as soon as a retail investor has their hand in the money, oh, it's a huge problem, right? So AOC is actually tweeting, kind of being on the retail investor side, which is good. Chamath, billionaire CEO, came out and said the exact same thing, going against the establishment. Because we know these people, these hedge funds have been doing this for years and been getting scot-free from this. So we can see that some billionaires, some investors are actually on the side of the retail investors. And we're seeing this, all this euphoria, all this excitement is transferring over to different stocks, to different areas. So this momentum is building. I think the retail investors here to stay. We gotta watch out what these policymakers are gonna decide to do. They might do some undercover stuff, some sly, slick stuff that you might not even notice in the coming months, maybe in the coming years, because they cannot let the retail investor win. It's just not happening. We're making so many millionaires, we're making so many people get money, understand investing. The investing, everything is in our hands now as a retail investor. The only thing I can see them doing is making it more transparent so everyone's plays, hedge funds plays are out in the open. Hedge funds can't do backhanded stuff. They take pension fund money, they take people's money, they don't tell them what they're doing with the money. And now, when everything's against them, now they want more transparency, they want more stuff like that now. You see what's happening? Shit might be getting real soon. It's gonna get real. So, let's see what happens with this, guys. There's a lot to untangle in this mayhem, in this saga. But guys, you got to remember, this is a bigger play at hand. Guys, tell me what your opinion is on this whole situation. I want to hear in the comments. I want you to share what you think about what's going on. Is there a bigger play? Is it going to be more regulation for the retail people? Tell me what you think. Guys, I'm going to be making a part 2 of this. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'm going to make some more GameStop stuff because this is going to be serious and this is going to be a huge thing coming into the future, into 2021, 2022. This is going to be the talk, and a lot of people are going to be talking for this for years because this is unprecedented. So leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and get back to you in the next video. Peace.